Question that we have is, what will you do about the lack of rape kit availability and training at the Arlington County hospitals?
Yay! Thank you. I appreciate our Women's Commission has brought this up. You know, rape is for many people the most traumatic experience of their entire lives. And for anybody who cares about someone who's been raped, this is terrible. And our government has a responsibility to not make that experience any worse. I actually have been checking on some of the issues concerning, because they brought the Commission on Women, on the Status of Women, has brought this to us, and it is a concern of mine. What have I found out? The issue, availability of kits is not the issue. We got plenty of kits. It's the availability of the nurses saying sexual assault nurse exams. And it's the nurses that we don't have. We don't have the trained personnel. So that if someone suffers a rape here and needs to have that exam, they are taken, they're taken with someone to accompany them, someone who's been trained to work and help somebody who's a victim of rape with them. But they do need to leave Arlington in those cases.
We're not processing the kits. We're not doing the DNA processing.
I suspect the question came from you.
No,
Thank you. Okay, that's fine. All right, thank you. It's an issue we definitely need to work on, and what I understand is we're actually on some prompting. We're looking at working a little bit more with Alexandria and Falls Church to see if we can get some more trained nurses to do that. And the processing issue is one that we also need to work on. And again, I appreciate you bringing it forward. I appreciate folks pushing this. Because again, this is one of the most traumatic experiences of somebody's life, and we really need to do more with that. And I am absolutely open to that, and I am working on making sure that we get more senior nurses.
Forensic funding.
Thank you. You know, you gotta love Arlington, because any issue you've got, there is an expert in Arlington, usually a national expert, often an international expert, and often several. And I really value the input that we get from our folks in Arlington. It helps me do my job better, helps our staff do our job better. Thank you.
So I am aware of this issue. Brandon brought it to my attention several weeks ago. And I also know from my time with Doorways for Women and Families that this is an issue. They now run the sexual assault response hotline. And this is something that has come up previously. And I think that this is an interesting question, because I don't have the answers to it, but what I am confident of, and Libby alluded to this a little bit, is that the answers exist. But most importantly, I think what we ought to ask ourselves is, at what point do we hold our leadership accountable? Because at what point has it been brought up enough and enough and enough, and things are not getting done and not getting fixed? So yes, it's a very traumatic experience. You know what's even more traumatic is knowing that somebody could have done something to make it a little easier for you to process with it and deal with it, and then feeling let down. Of 3 girls who I would hope would never have to experience that trauma, but recognizing that that statistically, unfortunately, there is a chance that they will. I would want to know that in Arlington County, and this goes back to the very first question when we talk about progressive values. Progressive values are that you cut through whatever red tape there is. And it's not about name dropping, it's about getting results done, and you get the problem solved.